Hello, this is Solomon. You're looking at a 3v3 on D-Day. Total War mode. So, I went random, Super Guns went random. I can't remember if I did went random. Oh wait, no, I think I picked Germany actually. I can't remember if I went random or not. Anyway, Crumpets is UK. Well, UK is always garbage, but they're also like just even more garbage on Total War mode. And so I'm going Germanair, which is actually really, really bad on Total War mode. Like, it's not bad in 39, but once 42 hits, you're going to have expensive basic fighters that are only 630 speed going up against, like, advanced fighters. And, like, you just die. It's Soviets, UK. So the UK is going to go air, obviously. Italy's going to M13 rush, which is... I mean, it's not the worst thing to do. I mean, I'm trying to think if an M13 rush in 39 is better or worse than an M15 rush. I mean, it's definitely situational. Honestly, so I sniped the first truck anyway. But then that 30 Slayer armored recon gets killed. Because LMAO UK. I go ahead and go kill another hurricane. Yeah, Kravis is gonna try to make McTildas against. I mean, Italy's just gonna have tanks and light infantry. I mean, if Italy got. Oh, wait, Italy doesn't get A in 90s because that's in the AT base. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot Italy can do here besides M13 Russian. I mean, they could go here if they wanted, but. Light infantry is garbage, so they can't really try light infantry rush. You know, heading like when I'm on this side, I usually just go 5 depot start. Like there's almost never any immediate combat in this area, so like yeah, just go 5 depots. Then he could have done like a infantry armor push through here, or maybe infantry artillery AA flak 88 push would be better. And then M13s trying to catch up to these hurricanes, which are blitzed. Yeah, it's just so difficult because like I'm so far away from Super Cup. It's like they are so much closer to air. Yeah, should kill 2 hurricanes here, which is nice. Now I'm starting to make Stukas to go help Crumpets since there's so many M13s, less the infantry. Matildas are garbage. They have a light tank gun and a 25 supply. Oh, like the B1 Bis is 20 supply, but has a Sherman gun. And Stukas are so nice. One-shotting level 2 armor. Meanwhile, this guy's just going for this KV1 push. I mean, KV1s aren't the worst thing in Total War, but they still aren't the best thing. But there's flak 88s, and we're about to see why they're dog shit units. Because like they died at here. And I'm too busy helping Super Cups to try to go deal with this. Or more accurately, I'm also just too far away to help both players. Or I mean, I could have spared a fighter to go help him actually, but I just missed it. I was focused over here. So the armor base goes down. And here comes Spitfires, which is really, really bad for me. And you barely managed to hold on over here, thankfully. So yeah, there needs to be recon over here, and getting storage is just a bad idea since I don't have a air superiority, or I can barely even contest the air as it stands. Or so like a storage is gonna be way too unreliable. It's just probably getting shot down. So I end up making the barracks. And that's gonna be my recon. We'll just send ground recon over. Since like a storage tech is 25 and the barracks only cost 30, so it's like just get the barracks. More KV1s. Okay then. I put my second airfield right here, but in retrospect I should have put it over here. Like right here, so I'm closer. Compass is going for a little push over here. Paratroopers died, shoot down. I'm going to help over here. God, he's making so many KV1s. Like, stop. Like, okay, here's what you do. You put the Flak 88 in the forest. And remember, Flak 88 600-meter range units will kill Recon, since Recon only has 550-meter spotting range through forest. So he just needs to put one Flak 88 in the forest and kill Recon. Then, like, his Flak 88's immune, unless then he plays Spy Ruse and strafes it. So, yeah. Got some M13 flanking. Like, if Crumpets is France, we would, like, be destroying our HQ right now, but he's UK. And, like, these Spitfires are just starting to kill me. And Crumpets can't make AA since it's 45 supply AA base, then 15 supply AA, so... Like, honestly, UK could have absolutely annihilated me. So, like, he could just hit my planes on the return path with his Spitfires and, like, killed so many. Yeah, and then here comes... So, the Soviet player finally switches over this way, so they're just spamming out a horde of KV1s, which Crumpets literally has no... Like, there's literally nothing he can do about that. Just typing on Steam real quick. Like, he could try to go air with me, but like the M13s are just gonna run through his tanks and kill the airfield if that happened. Meanwhile, Hedden is not... I mean, he's going air at least, which is nice. Like, Hedden... Like, honestly, Hedden played better than like 80% of the active RUSE player base, so thank God for that. And, I mean, he still wasn't playing, like, you know, spectacularly, but he did better than most players. What have been, like... This, like, again, infantry, Flak 88, maybe some Panzer 3s, is some sort of generalist push using these fours to put the AA in to just apply more pressure to the Soviets, because then the Soviets want to be able to push the Doom stack of KV1s this way. Yeah, I actually do end up making some storches. Like, look, the Spitfires are just so much faster. Like, at least give the ME... Why didn't they give the ME 109 720 speed like they did the Zero? It's stupid. Yeah, like 630 speed is just so slow. Like, it's not fast enough against blitzed advanced fighters if you don't have blitz. I'm getting the screenshot Crumpets at me. He's playing some Diplo game and winning by the looks of it. Anyway, yeah, so Crumpets surrenders since he lost his base. At this point, I was like, we're probably gonna lose. But like I know, okay, so these are some really nice Fear Troopers. Oh, I guess Crumpets sent those regulars up. Whatever. Wait, these man, those were really nice. Holy shit! I knew he had parachuters, but I didn't know they did that much damage. Like a couple. How did he do that? There's like a couple more. Maybe capture. Oh, like man, he could have done a lot there. Just a couple more. Oh well. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, we're probably gonna lose, but I'll keep on playing since I know these players. No offense, but they're not good players. So they probably won't play right, which will give us a chance of winning. Anyway, it's 42 now, so I started sending out heavy infantry since there's these 3 mid areas, and like all the initial depots are empty or running out. So like this is the income on the map. So I want to secure this area so I can take some depots and get some income. Tigers. Well, look, no recon. I was wondering if he used a spy for that. I guess he just saw it normally. Yeah, get some AA out here. Like at least I still lose so many planes there, and he doesn't. Like they're 600 points ahead right now. Like I don't know why they backed off with their tanks. Like they could have pushed through unless they like tried to run through the town when storm grenadiers were there or something. Like they could have ended the game. Maybe they're afraid of the Tigers. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and take these 2 depots. It's an interesting Lancaster. Okay, so spoiler alert. Since the title's basically, this is gonna be a comeback. I'm gonna probably put like, amazing comeback game on D-Day for the title. And it's not that amazing, but we end up winning, and it starts to become really, really apparent starting now when the situation kind of sort of stabilizes, because it's just obvious that they're clueless about what to do and not cooperating or in sync in any way. Since me and Hedden, like we were typing chat, like we were roughly on the same page during a lot of this. Well, we were reading the same book at least. These guys were reading different books, and probably maybe different languages. I don't know. I'm strafing it like again in either mode. There's always the option to play defensive and wait till the next era, wait till 42 to do some sort of push, or in 42 wait till 45 to do to start spamming admins or something. Here again, I'm still trying to push and try to see if I can secure this area. It's just not working well. Meanwhile, Italy is trying to threaten M15s and M13s over on the right. But I keep on scaring them away. Kill a truck there, which is nice. Not the best air micro for me. Like, do get some kills, which is nice. I sent out a Tiger. See if I can get any kills of it. Pushkas come out, which is annoying. Forces out, or forces me to play camo. Yeah, like so many hurricanes. Like we should trade well against these, but our A is pretty far back, and it's hard to have our A in open to the pushkas. So at least I kill a bunch of A here. Our storm grenadiers, and he pushes up with the tigers. But again, our A is too far back. Just my tiger was a little bit too aggressive there, so I died to the grenadier. So now I'm getting stuck since I can at least kill this supply depot. T-34s. So like a big part of why they lost, like they're making all these shit units like M15s, which you make it like 1 minute in, not 20 minutes in. Even I know he just got teched for them, but like don't make them. Soviets, like he's making T-34s, which are awful. Like, I mean, they still could have killed me at the beginning. Like, just throw some T-34s in real quickly. Like, at the beginning of 42, they still could have ran over us. And they could have run over... actually, they're doing a push now, but... I think they were scared since they were so low on income. I mean, on the other hand, like... Me and Germany are on 4 depots. 3 depots. They still have a lot more income than us. But yeah, as I was saying, like Italy and Soviets, in this situation, they don't really have good 42 options. They should just play defensive and wait till 45. Or they go air and try to bomb us to death. Or Italy goes air and tries to bomb us to death. Since they have strong bombing options. Tigers, what are these Flak 88s doing? Lancaster. God damn, these fish guys are annoying. So the armor base gets set up over here. That's why I'm keeping my air back. I can respond to this. Oh, we have this depot. That's nice. So yeah, after the storm grenadier push through the forest, I just gave up on trying to secure some depots here. And I just focused on keeping them from pushing through and saving that money to get admins during in 45. So I'm trying to spin as little as possible. Oh yeah, the enemy tried to sneak 2 bombers around, but hadn't saw it. Yeah, and enemy kills a bunch of my AA and the stag there. Again, like they could have pushed, but I don't know, they're just not working together. They're just acting very aimless. Got an air fight over here. I lose vision of the auto blinda. Yeah, there's some like infantry guarding, then they got killed. Like, so this Italy guy, he wasted like hundreds and hundreds of supply trying to push through here. Like, he eventually does break through one time, but he kills an airfield without any planes on it. And he's lost like what, 10, 12, M13, M15 so far. Like he's losing so many tanks. I don't know why he got so obsessed with trying to push this. I mean, yeah, drag my air force from here to here, but it's not like the enemy team really exploited my air force not being here. I mean, he did a little bit, but not a whole lot. Little tiger push. I mean, he kills some KV-1s. That's not bad. Can add some more storm grenadiers to guard. Yeah, I have very little fighters since I'm just waiting for 45 before I make more fighters. Here comes a bombing rush, maybe. Wait. Oh my god. I didn't realize this during the game, but that's okay. So he gets one more Lancaster. There's like literally nothing stopping him from bombing Heddon's HQ. Like there's 4 AA guns that he can easily avoid in like one plane, and my planes wouldn't be able to react soon enough. Like he could have just bombed Heddon's HQ, and that would have been GG. I mean, maybe I could have kept on playing if he surrendered. Oh, there is a secondary HQ right here, though, but still, losing the HQ is huge, especially since the HQ gives income. Now it's 45, so I start with 3 admins and 4 jets, since I had about 420 saved up. And they actually don't open to any admins, that's funny. Again, they're spending so much money. It's really not effective. Like, we're actually ahead in points now. Ever so slightly. Since, like, I was still surprised they won this, even though at this point in the game I was starting to get more hope. Since if they didn't win in 42, like they should have won in 42. So, and if they didn't, that's because they're playing badly. So they're gonna keep on playing badly in 45 probably. But yeah, it looks like they didn't save any money, and they have like 0 depots left, so they were not getting any income either. Okay, well, at least now they have some admins. But it is split against 3 players, or between 3 players. So it's a little bit more difficult individually for each player to save up money. Since it's going to take however much longer to save up to 100 supply, and you're probably not going to want to wait that long to spend it. Why would you build IS-2s? Why? IS-2s are garbage. Don't build, like, you should be building IS-3s. Then heavy artillery. And admins. Yeah, Italy's just been, I don't know what Italy's been doing. They've been trying to do this like pressure on the flank along with some planes. Like, Italy clearly didn't know what they wanted to do. At least they didn't know what they should do. Which in 42 was either go air and do bombing runs or to save money for 45. They can spam admins. In this case, Italy can just take the late game support role of artillery, Breda trucks, and AA. But they don't do that. Or they can continue going air. Again, going double air is awkward. Since both players have to be like cooperating in sync for it to be truly effective. Otherwise, if it's not in sync, it's just kind of eh. I'm just making more admins, making almost no units. I just made a Storm Tiger to kill depots, kill some light units, a zone away to pushkas. Making some A, otherwise I've spent barely anything. Hurricane harass, it works. Okay, we kill 1 hurricanes, that's nice. So yeah, Hedon is okay. Well, shit like this is happening. Like when these units started moving out, Hedon should have kept his tigers a lot further back so he could kite. Since IS-2s only have 450 range, tigers have 500. But for the most part, Hedon is doing 2 things that puts him ahead of about 90% of the player base, which is he's actually building admins and he's not actively suiciding his entire army. So that again, that puts him about above 90% of player base skill wise. So still fine by me. Even though losing all those tigers is kind of not super awesome. Go ahead and fry out a king tiger. Just add a little bit of pressure, but I mainly rely on Stukas here. Builds his own armor base. So let's do a army count real quick. 6, 8. So 15 plus 2 HQs, so let's say 17. Against 11, wow. Yeah, they just none of them win economy. None of them saved up money. That's really problematic. So none of them they just don't have enough money. King Tigers. Oh yeah, so the push finally happens, but like he's losing so many M15s. Okay, so I think the Stuka died. Okay, so he kills the Stuka in the airfield, and I micro away my other planes so they don't land on the airfield. So he killed 70 worth of supply and lost maybe about 200 supply worth of units between all the M15s and recon. Like it just wasn't like it was never worth it. Like he probably lost like maybe 500 supply throughout the game trying to push this for almost no gain. And something that doesn't change the situation on the map in any way. Like I don't need this airfield anymore because I just put it up so I could have faster air over here, but the conflict's right here, so like both these airfields have about the same distance from right here. Getting more admins. Lily's making some AA. P26s, which aren't gonna do. Oh, it's okay. So Hedden moved out his King Tigers, which was inadvisable. I'll say that much because like there's a bunch of SU-100s here. Put some British AT guns, oddly enough. So while we have a lot more admins, the situation on the field is still really dangerous since we're getting about the same amount of units. Since all the extra money me and Hedden are getting, we're putting back into admins. We're not putting it into units. So they're still keeping up in army, and I'd say they're actually ahead in the amount of material on the field right now. Again, it's generally a good idea to have infantry lying around to enforce and whatnot, especially in tighter areas like this. You know what? Like, one Storm Grenadier just shows up next to 5 SU-100s and, like, kills all the SU-100s in 7 seconds or something. Like, they can do a ton of damage if the enemy's not careful. Make another Storm Tiger. Really? What? What the fuck? What was the point of this radio silence? That was a... Like... If you're gonna radio silence, like, put actual units through, not a Sahariana. So yeah, we're in a really strong, like, oh my god, making IS-2s is bad. Making SU-100s is also really bad, particularly in this situation. I mean, you always want to make IS-2s instead, almost always. But especially in this situation, since it's a bridge, plus this town here just makes things so awkward. Like, at least tanks can shoot while they're crossing the bridge. SU-100s can't do that without blocking other units behind them. Like, they have to either stop and stop the rest of the army from moving to shoot, or they need to get across the bridge first. So they just, like, you just get so much damage on tank destroyers crossing bridges, or choke points in general. Because they can't stop. Well, they can't move and shoot at the same time, which is very problematic. I'm gonna make a proto base, so I get some werewolf wins, since all my eggs keeps on getting killed by artillery. I also decided to throw out some mouses, however you say it. Which, in like 99% of the time you want to make King Tigers just because the mouse is so slow. But I literally just need to hold on to this area. Like, I don't need to do any movement. I just need to keep them from crossing this bridge. So I'm just taking maximum firepower. Yeah, so their UK just ends up surrendering. I actually ended up playing on decryption on them. And I was like, are they not building admins or something? But I saw that they had very little admins. Like, oh, maybe we will win. Like, I mean, at this phase in the game, I was pretty sure victory. Like, I was gonna be surprised if we lost, because like our superiority in economy is starting to become very apparent. Little push over here. I'm a little bit slow on reacting to. Bunch of Haddon's going for bombing around with jet bombers. Then Haddon does a big no. Starts feeding his King Tigers. I'm like, please no. Haddon, you're King Tiger. Like I was in chat. Haddon, you're King Tigers. Please move them back. They're dying. But we actually, and although his other King Tigers move in, and we actually get a bunch of nice kills. Like, look, these units are spending so much time turning back around. Like, god damn, this is why tank destroyers are bad. You need a turret, otherwise it takes forever to like acquire the target. Depending on the situation, you just lose out on so much damage compared to if you had a turret. So we actually ended up winning that trade. Since, oh yeah, this was a good move. This was a good move. His SU-100s reoriented to face this way, so he moved back in with these and started hitting the edge of the formation. Unfortunately, he should be moving these King Tigers back right now to strike the SU-100s from the flank, but he's busy microing this, so yeah. It would have been better if he killed this HQ and all the admin, but one HQ and one admin is good. It still would have been better if he killed these, but saved a bomber or two. Oh well. And actually, although relatively few King Tigers end up dying, they pretty much end up panicking and retreating for the most part instead of getting killed. Also, throw out some AT guns in case he tries to push across the river, because SU-100s can't shoot AT guns. And he has very few eyes too, so these AT guns will get off a lot of damage before dying. So at this point, he was complaining in chat about his neighbor Italy, which, yeah, Italy kind of stopped doing useful things after 39. So I don't know I don't know if Italy AFK'd or what, but like he's just getting bombed to shit, and Italy Air's not doing anything. So he tries to push across, which I mean it's a choke point. Plus you have to go around this town. It's just so awkward. But yeah, all of this stuff is just dying. That's storm cannoneers too. Press F for the Soviets. So yeah. Now the KL death ratio is deceptive here because Super Crumpets lost 1200 and only 500 kills. Oh my god, he's a bad player. Like he goes ground in the UK, getting one like 3v1. Kind of, well, I guess 3v2, but my air was just difficult for me to give air support. Like any other player would have died like 2 minutes in playing UK ground. So Grand Patel on for a very respectably long time. I mean, oh yeah, this fucking Soviets and Italy were feeding points there. UK actually did pretty well. Just looking at truck yeah, they got more truck income. Or did they? I don't feel like doing this math in my head. I don't know. Yeah, no, we got a lot more ad ruling income though. Anyway, GG.